Today I'll be talking about the 3 biggest disappointments from the 2021 season. Yes, I'm only picking 3. Hey, what's going on? I'm Matt O'Leary back with another video, and today I'll be talking about the 3 biggest disappointments of the Jets 2021 season. Before we get started today, I just wanted to mention you can follow on social media at Matt O'Leary NY. If you haven't already, please make sure to check out the Just Jets podcast, the Just Jets Clips channel, and all that fun stuff. It's all linked below in the description. You can find all my info down there. Really appreciate the love and support, guys. The NFL playoffs are here with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is kicking things off with a huge offer. Counting down to Super Bowl 56, new customers can get 56-1 odds on any playoff team to win their game. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your team is victorious. That's right, bet just $5 on any NFL playoff game, and DraftKings Sportsbook will give new customers an additional $280 in free bets if the team they choose wins their game. DraftKings is giving all new customers a free shot at $1 million in total prizes with their first deposit. So here's what you do. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use my promo code Matt O'Leary and get 56-1 odds on any NFL playoff team. Bet just $5 and win $280 in free bets if your team wins. That's promo code Matt O'Leary at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. All right, so I've narrowed my list to 3 things, and I want you to sound off in the comments with as many things as you would like to list. For sake of brevity and just, well, I like the number 3. It's a nice number to do a video on. I guess I could have did 5. Could have did 10, but I don't want to be here all day. The 3 is good enough. And first and foremost, we're going to start with my biggest disappointment, Denzel Mims. Oh boy, where do we begin with Denzel Mims? We'll start from the beginning. How about this? Coming out of Baylor, love Denzel. I actually made a video. If you want to go back and try to find it, it's on my social medias. I posted the clip on Instagram, and it's probably on Twitter too. But I was talking about the Jets should try to find a way to trade back up into the first round at the tail end and take Denzel Mims. That was my video then. So I've liked him for a long time, and he's been someone who has been on my radar for a long time. And a lot of draft experts that I respected and that I still do respect, had Denzel as a late first rounder. Well, Jets are sitting there at pick 48. He's on the board saying, great. Draft him. They don't. They trade back, but then they finally do draft him. And I'm over the moon because I'm thinking, okay, they got this big body receiver who runs with 4.3 speed, go up and get the football. And then in his rookie year, there were injuries, but he flashed. He looked good at the end of the year in the worst offense in football. And then 2021 happens. And where do we begin? First and foremost, illness, sick. With salmon, bad salmon, sick with salmon sounds really funny, but I mean, it's true. He got food poisoning and was out. Then he got COVID, and then he just wasn't utilized. And then when he was utilized, finally, we're banging the drum, please play this guy, please play Denzel. And he gives just a putrid performance, like zero effort. He had 23 targets and only 8 catches. 8 catches on 23 targets. That's like insane. 2 drops, 133 yards, no touchdowns. As I went through, COVID, salmon, buried on the depth chart. I mean, they were playing guys we've never even heard of at the end of the year. That's how bad Denzel got. And look, I defended it. That's the guy that I wanted. And I said, you know what? Let's give him a chance because he looked good as a rookie. Well, as a sophomore, he really did it. And his roster spot for sure is in question. You can't go into next year trying to rely on him as a major piece. Maybe best case scenario for Denzel is he sticks on the roster as like, I don't know, your 5th option going into training camp, and then he shows and flashes what he looked like as a rookie. That's your absolute best case situation. More than likely, cut or traded. I don't think he is on the roster next year, which is sad because, once again, huge Denzel fan, but it's just, didn't work this year, and it was as bad as it could possibly get. Number 2 on my list, injuries. Oh my God, the number of key injuries on this team was insane. LaMarcus Joyner, Vinny Curry, Carl Lawson did not play a single regular season snap. Done for the entire year. With Joyner, he was supposed to be a starting safety on this team. Vinny Curry, rotational edge presence. Carl Lawson, your big ticket free agent signing. Like, I think people forget maybe how, and I myself might be included based on what number 3 on my list is going to be here. In 2020, Carl Lawson was 4th in the league for edge rushers in terms of pressures. That's going to make a massive difference on your defense. And not having him really, really hurt. You know what else hurt? Your rookie quarterback getting hurt. Ironic, I guess. And missing 4 games. 4 games he missed. And like, the sad thing is, Darnold missed 4 games last year. He missed 3 games as a sophomore and missed 3 games as a rookie. The Jets haven't had a quarterback play all 16 games, or now 17 games, since 2017. No, 2013? I was right. 2013. Geno Smith was the last time the Jets had a quarterback who started every single game. Since then, they've had people miss time, whether it be injury or ineffectiveness. Elijah Moore missed 6 games. Mekhi Becton played half of a game this year, missed 16 full games. Marcus May, 11 games missed. You got 6 games out of a possible 34 from your starting safety duo. Right? If you combine the two of them, you went into this year and you said Marcus May and LaMarcus Joyner are our 2 safeties, and we expect them to come in and start every week for us. You got 6 games out of them. Bryce Huff missed 8 games. Gerard Davis, who was signed, the first free agent signing, missed 8 games, and when he did play, it was awful. Tyler Kroft, 8 games missed. There's so many key parts on this roster, missed times, and you never got a full version of healthy Zach Wilson, Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Jamison Crowder is another one that I didn't even let. Like, the amount of injuries that this Jets team faced is frustrating because it seems to happen every single year, and it just goes to show you need depth. Desperately need depth. Number 3, the defense coming in at 32. Now, my expectations on defense were not very high. I thought, even with the injuries, I don't know, maybe around like 24th in the league, somewhere around there. But for a large majority of the season, outside of like the first 4 weeks of the year and a handful of games at the end of the season, the Jets defense was just, they weren't competitive. You probably should have won the Eagles game, right? One of the Dolphins games. Like, you could go through and find these times, the Atlanta game even, like Zach played pretty poorly in the Atlanta Falcons. If they had any kind of functioning defense, they probably win those 3 games. Tampa Bay. I mean, there's so many instances of just it being that bad. And I think the biggest part of it, as I kind of hinted to with my second biggest disappointment, was the number of injuries that they faced. Because you were without your 2 edge guys. You had John Franklin Myers playing on the outside when that's not what he's really meant to do. You had just a makeshift safety room, which is just god-awful. Having to watch Ashton Davis try to play the safety position this year was downright brutal. It just wasn't very good. And you hope that next year that it improves. Now, I want them to focus on making life easy for your young quarterback and improving the offense, but you have to do both. Like, I'm not saying go all offense and that's it, or go all defense. I think you need a good balance, but you need some bodies, and that's what free agency's for. That's what trades are for, and that's what the draft's for. I think too many people go in with this mindset of you have to fix whatever your issue is in only the NFL draft. No, the draft is insanely important. That is how you build your core and your foundation. But what sets you apart is how you're able to supplement talent on your roster through free agency and through trades, right? The Buffalo Bills, for example, trade for Stephon Diggs and takes their young quarterback to the next level, right? There's numerous examples of a team, even the competitive Jets in 2009 and 2010. Their core, that's the perfect example. Their core of those teams were through the draft. Revis drafted, Harris drafted, the two big offensive linemen into Brickashaw Ferguson, Nick Mangold drafted. But you also signed an Alan Faneca. You signed a Calvin Pace. You traded for Braylon Edwards when you needed more receiver help. You traded for Santonio Holmes when you needed more receiver help. You got to be able to do both. So I guess that's kind of my long-winded answer, or, just they need to fix it. But those are the three things that I was most disappointed in. The fact that we only got a handful of games with everyone together, which was number 2. Number 1 was Denzel. That was a big surprise in a bad way for me. And the last was just how poor the defense has played. So let me know what are your 3, or as many as you want, disappointments of the 2021 season. Let me know down in the comments below or on social media. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Matt O'Leary, and I'll talk to you next time.